What happens when a beloved actor finds himself trapped in an interview that spirals completely out of control? When questions become too personal, too invasive, and cross lines that should never be crossed? Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking moments in daytime television history, when Josh Holloway, the charismatic star best known as Sawyer from Lost, walked off the Kelly Clarkson show in the middle of a live taping. This wasn't just a minor disagreement. It was a confrontation that left the audience stunned, the production team scrambling, and both host and guest locked in a heated exchange that nobody saw coming. Kelly's show had been riding high. Critics loved her warm, approachable style, and viewers praised her genuine, down-to-earth interviews. Guests usually walked away glowing. Fans loved the easy charm, and the whole experience felt refreshing in a media landscape that's often overscripted. When Josh Holloway was booked to promote his new project, everyone expected another light, breezy conversation. Josh walked onto the stage flashing that famous Sawyer smile. The audience erupted in cheers as he took his seat, clearly relaxed and in good spirits. Kelly greeted him with her usual enthusiasm. "Josh Holloway, everybody. I have to tell you, I was such a huge Lost fan. Sawyer was everything. That character was so complex." Josh chuckled, leaning back in his chair. "Thank you, Kelly. That means a lot coming from you. Sawyer definitely challenged me as an actor. He had all these layers, all this pain under that tough guy exterior." The first part of the interview went exactly as planned. Josh spoke about his new role, shared some behind-the-scenes stories, even cracked jokes that got the audience laughing. Everything was smooth, until Kelly shifted gears. Her tone dropped a little more serious. "Josh," she said carefully, "your personal life has always been pretty private, which I respect. But there have been some rumors about your marriage, about some struggles you and your wife might be facing. Can we talk about that?" The change in Josh's expression was instant. His smile faded. His posture stiffened. He looked caught off guard, and not in a good way. "Kelly," he said slowly, "I appreciate your interest, but my family and my marriage aren't things I discuss in interviews. I'm here to talk about my work, about the show, about acting." A respectful deflection. Any host might have backed off, but Kelly didn't. Maybe she was pushed by producers looking for a viral clip. Maybe she thought she could connect with him by being vulnerable herself. Whatever the reason, she pressed forward. "I get that," she said. "But you've built your career on authentic performances. Don't you think fans deserve to know the real person behind those roles?" Josh's jaw tightened. "My fans deserve good performances. They don't deserve access to my private life. There's a difference between being authentic on screen and being an open book in real life." The audience shifted uncomfortably. Tension was rising, and Josh clearly wasn't happy. But Kelly kept going. "There are reports you and your wife have been living separately," she continued. "I've been through a public divorce myself, so I know how isolating it can be. Sometimes talking about it actually helps." The studio fell silent. Josh stared at her, disbelief written across his face. Then, in a voice low but sharp, he said, "I don't know where you're getting your information, but you're completely out of line. This is not what I signed up for." Kelly flushed but tried to recover, leaning forward with concern. "Josh, you're misunderstanding me. I'm not trying to exploit you. I've been through similar struggles. I know how hard it is to balance marriage and fame. I'm just trying to help." Josh let out a bitter laugh. "Help me? You think repeating tabloid rumors on national television is helping? You think dragging my wife and kids into gossip is helping?" "I'm asking questions any good interviewer would ask," Kelly insisted. "I'm giving you a chance to tell your side of the story." "My side of what story?" Josh snapped. "The one that exists only in gossip columns? You're legitimizing rumors by bringing them up here. There is no story. Just my life, my family's life, and our right to privacy." The audience sat frozen. The interview was unraveling live before their eyes. Kelly, visibly tense now, tried to frame it as bigger than just him. Josh, these are real issues. Mental health, relationship struggles, the pressure of fame. By talking openly, you help normalize these conversations. That was it. Josh stood abruptly, his chair scraping loudly across the floor. Don't you dare turn your invasion of my privacy into some kind of public service announcement. Don't you dare make yourself the hero by exploiting my family for ratings. Josh, please sit down, Kelly pleaded. Let's have a real conversation about the pressures actors face. No, Josh cut her off. This interview is over. I came here in good faith to talk about my work, not to be psychoanalyzed by someone who thinks she knows my life better than I do. The producers waved frantically from off-camera, signaling her to stop. But Kelly pressed on. Josh, I think you're overreacting. We're just having a conversation. If there's nothing to hide, why get defensive? That landed like a slap. Josh's eyes narrowed. Did you just suggest that my refusal to talk about my private life means something is wrong with my private life? Kelly stammered. That's not what I meant. No, Josh said, his voice rising. That's exactly what you meant. That's the oldest tabloid trick. Ask invasive questions, then claim someone looks guilty if they refuse to answer. You put me in a no-win situation. Either I give you personal information or you imply I'm hiding something. That's not journalism. That's manipulation. The room was dead silent. Kelly's voice shook. Maybe we should start this part over. You can't unsay what you just said, Josh fired back. You can't undo the implication. You tried to manipulate me on national television into talking about something I never agreed to. I'm not a tabloid reporter, Kelly argued, now visibly rattled. I thought you'd appreciate talking to someone who understands. Understands, Josh shot back. If you understood, you wouldn't be doing the exact same thing to me right now. Kelly tried again. I'm just trying to create authentic content. Josh's laugh was bitter. Authentic content? Please. Finally, Kelly softened. Look, I know I handled this wrong. I know I pushed too hard. But walking away now, that's going to create an even bigger story. The speculation will only grow. Josh stopped at the edge of the stage and turned back, his face calm but resolute. So now you're threatening me? You're telling me that if I walk away, you'll make sure it blows up even more. That's not an apology. That's holding me hostage. That's not what I meant, Kelly said quickly. I wasn't threatening. The reality, Josh interrupted, is that you forced me to choose between my dignity and your convenience, and I'm choosing my dignity. He looked out at the stunned audience. I'm sorry to everyone who came here expecting a fun interview. You deserve better. You deserved a conversation about storytelling, about craft, not tabloid speculation about my family. Some audience members clapped softly, others sat in silence. Kelly, almost desperate now, tried once more. Josh, if we just sit down and talk this through. Kelly, he said firmly, an apology with conditions isn't an apology, it's manipulation. And I'm done. With that, Josh Holloway walked off the stage. The audience gasped, the crew froze, and Kelly Clarkson was left sitting alone, visibly shaken, trying to find words. Well, she finally said with a shaky laugh, we'll take a quick break and be right back with some music. But everyone knew there was no smoothing this over. The confrontation would be replayed, debated, and remembered for years as a turning point in how celebrity interviews are handled. So now the question is, was Josh Holloway right to walk away and defend his privacy, or should celebrities expect this kind of scrutiny when they agree to interviews? What would you have done? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this one.